Alrighty, as you guys know, or if you haven't known, the 3DS and the Wii U shut down next year in April. That date might change. That day, no specific 100% given day as to which specific day they might change. But they said April, and I knew this day was coming. And honestly, we're blessed to have at least another, like almost a year. Although all of this year, I thought they were gonna shut down the servers. This last year, I was like, man. They shut down in 2000, what was it? Servers for PlayStation 3. I don't know if it was 21 or 20. I think it was 21. And then I told myself it's only a matter of time before they shut down the 3DS. And honestly, like this is gonna be like the last servers that I'm aware that's gonna be free aside from I don't know, like once the 3DS servers shut down, like we're not gonna have anything free anymore. I don't know if freaking Steam is gonna start charging after that. I think we'll have to wait until the next president for Sony on March 2024. On April 2024, we will see what's gonna happen for the news for as of Nintendo. What's gonna happen indefinitely if they're gonna change something for the coming quarter of the year, quarter three, quarter four. Because I believe April is what quarter two. Yeah, beginning of quarter two. So, man, the only thing that I really want to play again on the Wii U, and this is I'm not gonna make a video on the Wii because I never owned one, and I only played Super Smash. It was only against once. Well, I had two people I think on friends, and we're talking about 2014, 15. I wanted to actually play that specific person again on Smash 4 before they shut down. But anyways. Let's look at the online games they're gonna shut down. These are all the online games, and honestly, I thought there was gonna be a lot less. Yet then again, there's not that many titles that look too appealing to my taste. I know Nintendo is known to have very sweaty players. Like Nintendo has either trolls, believe it or not. You think, oh no, that's Xbox or like, Xbox at one point in the 2000s had a lot of racism and trash talkers more so than Sony. That's why people were flooding to Sony thousands when they started like the trophy system in 2008, I believe. 2009, there was started slowly migrating to Sony, but it wasn't as fast as PlayStation 4 era. That's when everybody moved to Xbox. Now everybody are slowly moving back to Microsoft, which I mean, I understand why now. I mean, people are getting pissed with the news, with Plus getting an increase and whatnot. But anyways, I'm going a little bit off topic. Let's start. A Fire Emblem Awakening. I have never knew this was online, but I'll give this a go. I don't have this. I think I do. I'm not sure. A lot of these games for the online came out in 2014, 13 and up. The early stages of the 3DS, I believe it came out in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on this, but I think it was 2011. Um, it was mostly single player games, 2012 as well. Like Smash 4 was the one that paved way to most of the online games. And so most of the online games came out from 2014 to like 2018. And I think the last few games that got released on the market was Yokai Watch 3, which is online game as well. Well, I don't know how to online. A very criminally underrated series. Not that bad. I did play it. Shovel Knight, I didn't know this had online. No, the PlayStation, on Microsoft, and it's everywhere. This game is literally everywhere. Animal Crossing, New Leaf, I need to give this one a try. I don't know how had online, but again, Nintendo's like one of those systems where you have a lot of friends, or you're gonna be lonely and you're not gonna enjoy the system. Honestly, most of the competitive players or people that are like big YouTubers, they have a ton of friends, so they see the Nintendo console as like a great system because they don't even have to look for people come to them. And vast majority of people that don't like Nintendo is usually just people like basically like me, like they don't have that many people to add and play with. And yeah, I mean, the 2000s was a slowly transition from local playing. There's been a study in the past 10, 15, the past 10 years or so that people don't get into family gatherings anymore. They don't socialize that much when it comes to gaming. That is, they don't go out to their friends, to their neighbor, to their cousin to play. None of that is happening that much. I mean, I'm not saying it's happening at all. Maybe it is happening, but like comparison to what the 80s, the 90s, and for the better part of half of the 2000s, started dying in the late 2000s, especially with PS3 and the Xbox 360 started kicking full force with the online game. Um, yeah, it's a damn shame that only time you get to see a lot of the family members that you only get to see like a few times out of like your whole lifetime. It's like when there's like a funeral. But back then it was very common. Siblings, cousins, people you didn't know, hang out with. But yeah, Pokemon Y, I think there's Pokemon Bank added. I believe they're gonna shut down something with the very end Pokemon. They say something about Pokemon Bank. Sonic Hedgehog 3D. I believe that's for the new. Yes, I could be wrong. Mario Kart 7. I did play this one, believe it or not, 2 weeks ago. Dude, I was last. Like, I don't consider myself a bad player, but the vast majority of people who are still clinging on the 3DS for Mario Kart, they're nothing but sweaty players that transition themselves from Mario Kart 8 and they come back to 7, 8. And that's not the case for Super Smash. But for Mario Kart 7, for the better part, there's a lot of sweaty players, man. A lot of sweaty. Yeah, I really enjoyed Mario Kart 6 a lot for the Wii. I do miss playing online for that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's private servers for that game. Um, or these. I might probably get to talk and talk around with people for several games, but I'm gonna keep it low because I don't want it to become more public for people to actually. Nintendo, man. I wouldn't need a lot of the private servers that have been happening for Sony games. Uh, Other companies, which I don't want. They're not as aggressive, but yes, Nintendo, they'll come out really aggressive. If there's ever one, I'm not gonna share it, not even to the closest online friends that I have. But anyways, Moon, Pokemon X, oh, but Pokemon Ultra Moon. I have a save data for the Ultra Sun. I need to figure this one out. Monster Hunter 4. Again, this is another one that I have yet to play online. Only played like 20, 30 minutes of it, I think, or probably a little bit more, but I don't know. This game is like one of those games either you're into it. It's like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is like you played it for like an hour and you're like, and it sucks. But it's like if you really, really get into it, play it constantly, because it's a very become an addicting game, like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, vast majority of players have been getting hype on it because to it, but there's a lot of players as well that just play it and they don't even get to it as much as other casual gaming like Street Fighter, where they just play. Well, take it back. Street Fighter is not that casual anymore, but the better part, if you don't play like competitive, it can be casual. So yeah, for a lot of people that move from same company from game to game, like Resident Evil Fighter, which are all Capcom games. They're all devoted fans for the company. And it's like people who were really devoted to Konami faded off, but it's slow. They're slowly coming back in, man. After the Ninja Turtles and the return of Silent Hill. Anyways, this game, dude, I have really out of all those games, well, maybe Animal. Well, I'm not too excited about this one to me. But all these games, I already played this one. But the ones that I haven't really tried, it's I need to really try. I need to see how does it work because most of these games they say that it's online, but for the better part, you have to play with specific friends that you have. Then you can play. It's not like a server where can be like if they can join. Nintendo is kind of weird. They're clinging in on it's online, but it really isn't online. For like the better part, they're doing the same crap for the Nintendo Switch. The Switch is a lot worse than the 3DS because at least in the 3DS you can add people and you can communicate with people. On the Nintendo Switch, you cannot communicate. You need to add an application on your phone. Then from there, you can actually communicate with headset. I think there's chat. I'm not 100% sure chat part. But I'm like, what the heck? They didn't add those features on the console, man. I know they don't want to add all these kinds of things to avoid creepy people from actually bothering, but the vast majority of people that play Nintendo are old ass men. Most of the kids under the age of 17, they're all playing rated M games on the PlayStation 5 or Series X, Xbox One. You don't believe me? Search up YouTube. You'll see a bunch of kids playing Call of Duty, playing other games that have guns. Like Nintendo, come on. Vast majority of people are all freaking millennials, people under 30 to 40 years old. Come on, man. Anyways, whoa, what the heck? Anyways, done the same thing as the other one, like Moon. Kid Icarus Uprising. This is like another Star Fox. Not too excited, but I'll give it a try. But for sure, Luigi's Mansion is the one that I really try. Pass on this. Smash Brothers, man, where can I start on this? I do play it from time to time, and then it's one of those games that it's really hard to find a really serious game because everybody's trolling. And unfortunately, I'm one of the community that's on the troll side because you got the sweaty side and you got the trolling side. There's no in between. Unfortunately for Nintendo, there's no average players, and if there's like novice players, they're like the minority. Like the vast majority of people, they know what they're doing. Just trolls, really good, and they're really sweaty. I seen like one person being sweaty, and probably spent like anywhere between probably 10 to 30 hours. Probably less than 30, yeah. 10 to 20 sounds about right. Or probably 10 hours online flat. Or probably a little bit less, around there, around 5 to 15 hours. And I only seen one person play sweaty, the vast majority of all. And I seen the same behavior with Smash on the Wii, Brawl. And I wouldn't be surprised if everybody starts behaving that same way in Smash Ultimate. Uh, Unfortunately, Smash Ultimate, the vast majority of people in Smash Ultimate, they're all play for glory 1v1. On the 3DS, you don't see that much 1v1. All multiplayer free for all or team match. What I see mostly. Brawl was the same case. Anyways, Run through generations. A lot of people say that this one's better than 4. I personally think 4 is better, but I can't judge it because I spent like less than an hour on both of them. And judging by a lot of the factors, generation is mostly better for online. I think you can carry your stuff from the 3DS towards the Switch, but I can be Gunstar Heroes as Omega Ruby, another great game. I need to give this one a try as well. Sapphire, Fire Emblem, I'll pass. Like the two Fire Emblem, I'm not a big Fire Emblem, even though I really like the company, but I don't know, man. Theatrical. Oh, I remember now. Yes, it's one of those. The shop. It was freaking expensive, 39.99 game. Like most of the 3DS games should have dropped down in price. Like this one in specific came out what 2012? If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw it for $40, and I rarely saw it on sale. I think I saw it yeah, I did see it on sale, and it was something 15, $20. Not that cheap, but most people wanna get it. Would have got 3DS games $10. I know there was one game that was like 1 penny. It was like the most selling game for like a month or two after that sale. I forgot the name. I didn't get it though, but a lot of people were getting that for only 1 penny. So do the math. Maybe they probably made like freaking, I don't know. I don't know what percentage you have to pay back Nintendo. They've probably easily made $500 from that 1 penny and people downloading. Even though I hate to say this, but a good chunk of people, and I mean a good chunk of people, were pirating the 3DS. It was now Nintendo Switch. It was happening on the early stages. So Nintendo became Super Saiyan. Like they went from Goku 1 to Goku 2, and they got really pissed, and that's why they became they got their new version of Switch to actually get away from the hackers from actually making their own system for the well what they were doing, they were getting a little bit greedy. They were charging people kinds of shit when they were doing a lot of illegal stuff. Fight them the dust because whenever you're gonna be charging a lot of people a lot of crap and you're still making money, but you wanna make a lot of money as much as like a multi-million dollar company. Sooner or later, man, things are gonna bad happening. Exactly what Revelations. I don't have this one, so and I'm not a big fan of Revelations, even though a lot of people like Resident Evil really love this for some reason. I'm one of those weird ones that don't like that much, but I guess to each their own. This one, it doesn't want to work on my 3DS, and I don't have a physical. I really don't care about this. Not a Fire Emblem game. I wouldn't care. I think there's three Fire Emblem. I think Fire Emblem Fates actually thought after one. Okay, never mind. It's Awakening that they sorted out 9.4. So they're going from the best rated games all the way to the lower rated game, which you might disagree, you might not disagree, you might agree or disagree. It's up to you. Other rankings, should, but strong. Oh, I have this one as well. I didn't know this one was online as well. Yoshi's Woolly World. Oh my god, this is another one that I need to give it a try. This one and Luigi Dark Moon. I need to really play these. I had the Luigi one. I had two copies and I gave one to somebody for free. And yeah, I think he has Wi-Fi. I have no idea what this. Check this. Are there any screenshots that I can see? That's no bueno, no bueno. No, you gotta you gotta really see the freaking trailer in order to see that's what it's an RPG. Them looks like Legend of I connect. Dang it, I can't right click it and immerse it. Huh? I need to look this up. not sure if I have it. I don't think I. Pokemon Red version of. This one more of a local online play more than anything else. The early Pokemon game. I wouldn't really care about if this one play against my brother. I don't think this one's like online. You can get up, you find anybody and then trade. Not entirely sure, but I don't think that's how it works. You need to have somebody and friends and have them join your stuff lobby. Talking about lobbies, like, there's very few games that have it. Smash and Mario Kart, in a way, it kind of has it, but at the same time, it doesn't because there's no way to like interact for you to leave or join. Like Mario Kart has it more than Smash Ultimate. Those are like the closest thing you'll ever get to lobbies, in my opinion. Kingdom Hearts, I never heard of this. Doesn't get talked a lot, so I'm not sure if I have this. Oh my god, this one is online. First Yokai Watch, all of the Yokai Watches game. Why is this game appearing? I love this game for the. And this one is way better than the Wii version. I'm sorry if you like the Wii version. It came out on the Wii. It came. Yeah, I don't like the motion. I like motion in specific games, and not like one of those people that really blasted it. I'm not a big fan in some particular games. I can live with it with specific some games like Legend of Zelda. What was it? Twilight Princess. The motion thing was actually great. Skyward Sword. No, there's some games that for some reason the motion it feels kind of like doesn't feel. Street Fighter 4. I need to give this one. I don't know. I think this might probably have a lobby like Smash. Might probably get my ass kicked by low tier god, but who knows? Terraria. This game is everywhere, just like Castle Crow. No, not a Castle Crasher. Ah man, Shovel Knight. There you go. Like Shovel Knight's like literally everywhere. Not sure about this one. Apparently it's an 8 point. Yokai Watch 3 is better than 2, but apparently the first one's better according to the rated these. I would like to. Anyways, I can't verify who rated. You can see that most of the Pokemon games. I should have bought this game when I saw it on Walmart. I think 2020 was the last time I. Monster Hunter's a great game. I just never got into this. Like one of those games that you play it, you want to play everything. That's why I don't really get into the Pokemon games because so much or Pokemon games because if I'll give it a try, I need to give it a try to the other ones and it's just add to another list, man. Master Zero is a great game. Uh, I didn't know that. I have this on the PS4. I need to beat this. I think they made a third one. First one is never heard of this one. Another Fire Emblem game. What? Never heard of this one. Yokai Watch 2. Wait a minute. It's probably DLC. What it is. Star Fox 3D. Oh, I need to really give this one. I don't know how the online's gonna work. Another Yokai Watch. Probably DLC. The Rage. A lot of Street. About already what, two or three of them? I never knew. Like they were hits back in the day. So like I saw Streets of Rage 4 came out in 2000 what 20, and now they're less like big. I was never into that much of Street Rage. I was more of a, man, what's the, I know, yeah, I was more of that particular person than like bro, mention a fighting game doesn't get appreciated. That, but I guess, yeah, never mind. I guess Street Rage does get appreciated. Our God of War Tour. I don't know. I mean, I never give golf and tennis, soccer, but I heard the soccer ones are really good. But I don't think there's any soccer. I need to give this one for at least one time to see how the online soccer games was not a big fan, but rhythm games, Triforce Heroes. I'm not big into this either. I believe I do have this Rayman Origin. Nice. I played this one before. I don't know where. I think it was my brother's Nintendo Switch. He had to collect. I don't know, but I do have memory of playing Rayman. I always wanted to get into the series, just never got into like Heartworm Jim, but the Heartworm Jim is such a very hard game. The game was a lot easier than I would have really appreciated. One Piece. I'm gonna pass on the well anime games. Also the Abyss. I need to really give this one a try as well. Lego might probably not be a bad game. A lot of the Lego games are really underrated for. They're not bad, the Lego games. I did play a few on the N64 and the NDS. They're not bad. I think they're average games. They're not bad, but they're not good. Like they're average games. Lego Racing. I think there was a Lego game that was like an RTS for the DS. No, for the NDS. Sorry, it wasn't a bad game. How come we didn't get something like StarCraft or Warcraft on the NDS? Would have been perfect, but no. Pulsar Revolt. Oh man, I'm huge into this. I think this is probably the game that's gonna hurt me the most because it's like the only game we have on the 3DS and it's gonna shut down. And I don't want to say much about the community. Leave it like that. Do want to play? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play this. I don't know if I'll play with Camp Hustle or I'll play against me. I done it before. I'll connect two 3DSs and against my and test out the deck. Some of these decks that you actually build, they look good on paper, like how it looks, but when you build and when you play it, it's a different animal. Like if it's too slow, it's too fast. What is it working? You need to really play it and test it if it actually is up to the potential. Vast majority of people are sheeps and they all play the same specific cards, man. And I wish they would have added a lot of cards. That's why I actually don't like this other ones of this because they scrap so many great cards, so many spells, and the excuse is that oh they have to balance it in order for it not to be broken. I mean, some of the creature cards are broken. What are you talking about? Like a lot of the fun spells that were broken, don't get me wrong, they were broken, but they scrapped the spells, man. There's some items that are added that are new that are kind of broken as kind of, not that much. Like the broken stuff comes with the creatures. The cold sip on the PS2 could have won with spells only and adding abilities. I mean, adding you could have buy symbols and purchased land with like cheap ass creatures. And it had like a really good creature deck. Closer Revolt, it's all about how well your creature deck is. It revolves everything on creature, fortunately. That's why I like the Colsip PS2 because you could have actually win with spells. The Colsip on the Xbox 360 looks like could win with spells. Even though I have never tried it, so budget. Yeah, there's the lobby on this one. There's one of the very few games that I know there's a lot. The problem is the lobbies are like 3 players, so if you join, they'll show like another player is there, but that person can't start it until like 3 people join in. So it's really hard to get a game going. I know vast majority of people now freaking Discord and then do the exchange friend code, which I hate Discord. I'm not a big fan of that. Like if you're gonna play online, I like the lobbies like Mario Kart, but unfortunately the community for close very minimal. There's not that many people. Criminally underrated game. But again, I'm not a big fan of the community. I don't want to say much. But let's just leave it like that. So on Brain Age. I don't know why this game looks kind of weird on my game. Get the physical version, probably come out right, but the digital, if you get it like other means, which I don't want to, comes out really weak. Farming Simulator, pass. And this one, little battery, gonna pass. Doesn't look bad, but no. Another Lego game. The Lego games are not that bad. Kind of, kind of fun, man. If you really get into it. Shinobi, I feel like it's a very underrated game. Still feel like Ninja Gaiden is. Well, you know what? I take it back. I actually like the Shinobi games more than the Ninja Gaiden. But the vast majority of people prefer Ninja Gaiden over Shinobi. I guess to each their own, but I'm more of a Shinobi guy. Playing on the PS2, I need to give this one a try. I don't know how the online is gonna work on this. I don't know how the online is gonna work on this one. I know on the NES remix, I believe this one was that you could actually post some of the stuff, the messages for the Smash, the Wii U, and then they could have seen the messages. They shut down that back in 2019 or 20. I think it was this game. They could have done that. That was fun to watch. People played that specific level in Smash, or just well, I don't want to say Smash 4, Smash for the Wii U, just to see the shenanigans that people would draw and do stuff. Sonic Generations, I don't know, I had online. I never give this one a try. I see it so much in the stores. This I think it was one of the last games I saw, or the 3DS game got scrapped. Pass. R10 is another great game, but I'm gonna pass. Maybe I'll give it a try, but I don't know how the online. This one looks like a very promising online game. I don't know if I have this one. I'll have to look. The Mario Party games are very fun, but I don't think you have. There's a lobby. You have to have a friend, play online. That's how you can connect. That's how a lot of the Nintendo online games work. You can't play randomly with people. You have to literally add people, and then from there you can play a freaking game. My opinion, that's not online, but how Nintendo runs things. Looks like a great game, but gonna pass Metroid Prime and to definitely give this one a try. I don't know why it's so low, but Metroid Prime Echoes. I do remember playing it. I don't know if it had online or if it was just online local play, but I do have vivid memory of playing other people. I don't know if it was brothers and friends, but I do remember playing Metroid Prime. Was it Echoes? Echoes for the DS. Yeah, it was the DS and DS. So I don't want to say Nintendo DS, NDS. I don't have this one. I was actually gonna purchase it at the last minute. I passed on 1, 2, and 3. So this one's like another spin-off for Yokai Watch. I think they only make the or Yokai Watch 1, 2, and 3 and a lot of DLCs. I'm not entirely sure if I have the deal. Naruto game, I'm gonna pass. This one looks probably just as good as Wally World, but I don't know why it's so low. To give this one a try. Sonic, another Sonic. Well, these Sonic games don't look that bad for the. They don't look bad at all. Another one's probably DLC. Michael Jackson. Experience 3. The heck? 2011. I'm gonna pass. More Lego games. Another Sonic. Probably DLC. Oh my God, Resident Evil 3. I need to really see if there's online with it. I only know one person that would play this a few years back, but I stopped talking to that person. I don't have him as friends. I need to really like this is the only Resident Evil that I really like for the 3DS. Not a big fan of Revelations 1, but this one is not that bad. I know they made a mobile version, but it doesn't look as good as this. This one, at first, if you play it, it's like, it doesn't look too good, but the more you get into it, the more it becomes better. It's just like Resident Evil 5 Versus and was it Mercenaries? It's like the more you get into it, the better it gets. I don't know if it has Versus, but I know Mercenaries co-op has. Yeah, it has it, and actually kind of fun. Gunslangs too. I hear this one is good, so I don't know if I'll give this one a try if I have. Code Princess, Kirby. Kirby games are actually really good. They've been getting released left and right lately. Damn shame that we're not getting a lot of F-Zero games and Star Fox games as much as Kirby. Like at least there's like 3 Kirby's on each Nintendo console after the Nintendo GameCube. Literally, I think the Wii has like 2 or 3. NDS has like probably 2 or 3, I think. The 3DS has like 2 or 3. The Nintendo Switch, I think the Nintendo Switch has like 3 or more. So I think they're really praising Kirby because saved Nintendo from a big lawsuit that they would have lost a lot of money. I think from there they would have actually went downhill like Sega did. And then at a crucial moment when the Nintendo was actually very, very successful and it was actually not doing bad for competition. Because right now they're not doing bad. Don't get me wrong, but they're not on top. And I believe this was like back what 81, 82, 90. And I need to give this one a try. I think this is fun to play like one game or two. I don't know if it has online. Maybe like I said, most of these games you have to add people play online. So to me, that's not online. But anyways, Sonic, a lot of these Legos, I might give them a try, but I'm not. I'm more interested in the Mario Party game. I did play what was top 100 back in 2020. Yeah, 20 or 19. It was like the last time we did play 4-player local co-op, which was fun. I mean, it's actually one of the best games to get to play with people around your house and enjoy. Dragon Ball. Not big into the Dragon Ball game. That game. A lot of these sports games. Gonna pass Pac-Man. Gonna move on to the games that are kind of like eh. How to gonna guess this game Final Fantasy Explorers doesn't look bad, but I guess it doesn't get appreciated as much like the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I played it in the past, but I guess just people don't like it that much. Cookie Mama games, hell yeah, these really fun game. I need to ranked. For looks like a really fun game. I don't know if I have this. I might give it why it's a six. The battleship game doesn't look that bad. This is actually not a bad game. It's one of those games that's like fun to play, but not like every day. It's like every so often. For the style, I think it uses the stylus a lot. E-Blade Evolution. Why it's a six. A lot of these racing games. Yeah. A lot of people actually like them, or a lot of people. What happens for the 3DS? They don't get appreciated. Then Pac-Man. Oh, okay. Those have to be a superhero game that are like kind of crap in every console. Every console has crappy. Not saying 6.4 is a bad game, but getting to the games that people kind of don't. But I think like 6 is okay. When it gets crappy, I think it's like in the 5 and under. Crappiness starts right about. I feel like the 3DS doesn't have bad games. Most of them they're kind of like good, and or don't get ranked because they don't get up downloaded as much or they're appreciated. Most of these came out like way after Battle Miners. There's a lot of games that came out after the 3DS Prime 2008. You created the DX. I have this. I wanted to really copy out of Minecraft. I haven't played it much. Well, I don't know if I have it. I think I do, but I can be Donkey Kong. So a lot of these games are all from the new Nintendo 3DS, so you can't even play regular. Kind of a bummer, considering that not that many people have a DS. Most have regular 3DS, if they still own one. And the people that have a new 3DS, you bet your bottom dollar they have all of these, because there were some that were specific. Honestly, I wanted to try out Minecraft for the, and I really regret not buying it back in 2020. I don't have much money during that time, but I should tell my brother buy for me. I'll repay it back to you somehow. Should have done that. Like we done that before, but I feel guilty asking buy it, and ever since that day, I still haven't not seen it. One of those things that like, damn, I should have bought it, and you regret it to this day. One of my biggest regrets in the past, I guess, 15 years of having money. So yeah, I really regret me. That was probably one of my biggest regrets, aside from not purchasing Rock Rage Wars, the white rare cartridge. Should have gotten it when it was like less than $200. I think it's over $1,000 now, but I think that's my biggest regret. I think the new 3DS is my second. I think my third biggest regret, and it was not well. I don't know if it was should on my list as Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube. I told my brother not to worry about it, not to get it. Knowing now that's over $100, I kind of regret that. Anyways, yeah. So I would have loved to actually try these, but they already shut down the store. Only way to get them is either get physical or get it somehow by any means. You get the idea. So all of these games are gonna get shut down. More than half of these games are not even online with lobbies like Mario Kart, Smash, 3DS, Pulsip. Those are the only games that I have really played online, unfortunately. So I can't tell you which ones have lobbies, but I can tell you the fact that Nintendo has that bullshit that you need to add people in order to play. Like you can't randomly play with people. Yeah, so hopefully um we're gonna miss the free online service. Now everybody's gonna freaking play to pay on online. Nintendo's doing it, Xbox doing it, Sony whoever comes next with the competition is gonna doing it. We're living a like worst economic meltdown. Not only we're having it in America, but it in places like Canada, Asian countries are experiencing the meltdown because whatever the United States gets affected, it affects everybody, man. Apparently, I'm gonna cut the video. Take care, everybody, and you guys enjoy the video and let me know if you want to play online with me. Honestly, I don't have that many people play anything. If people are down to play civilized, no trolling, the route of just having fun, no sweaties. I want to go that route. If you're down for that route, I'm down for that route. We'll play together, right? All right, take care, everybody. Peace.